Avec les années 80, I'd like to have your point of view about that. Lots of people, lots of artists rejected the 80s.
Yeah.
And you, what is your point of view about this? Are you rejected the 80s too?
I don't think there's such a thing as the 80s. It's just like, because of now of having come from the 70s through the 80s and into the 90s, it's a really lazy kind of media-driven perception that things are grouped into like 10-year periods. It's bollocks, they're not. The 80s is like the Human League, like ran right the way through until you end up with Nirvana. I mean, and in between there was loads of really bad music, but there always is. There was in the 70s. And in some ways I think decades, if anything, are broken up into like beginnings and ends. The middle bit always seems really weak. The middle of the 70s was like pretty rubbish. The beginning was excellent, it was like glam, and the end of it was punk, it was really good. And so the start of the 80s was excellent, like the Human League and that was really, really good. I mean, if you were at the right age at the right time, it was really, really good. The middle of the 80s was a bit soft, you know, not very much happened, and the end of the 80s was excellent. I mean, in England I thought there was some really, really good groups at the end of the 80s. And moving into the 90s, there was like brilliant dance music, really brilliant dance music, and ambient dance music. And I think we're in the middle of a very soft period at the moment. I have no respect at all, like for most of the people that are involved in English or British new music. I think most of them are so average. There's nothing there, there's no inspiration at all. It's just like people just going through the motions of like being in a band. And all they want to do is just like get what you get out of being in a band. They don't actually want to like do something creative. They don't want to make anything beautiful. They just want to be in a band and like do, you know, like get to the bar. It's like get the show over with and like let's take some drugs, no? Which is fair enough, but it doesn't really lend itself to emotional music. And I mean, that's what I like. The thing is, it doesn't matter really, because it doesn't matter what I think or what I say. I'm nothing.
No, you're not.
Well, I mean, I do this because that's what I want to do. So I'm not. I don't like to be a critic of what anyone else does, because I know how difficult it is to do anything anyway. So if anyone does it, I much prefer someone does something and I think it's bad and I just keep my mouth shut. At least they've done something. I hate people that criticise and they don't do anything.
Yes, but most of the band of the 80s, such you were telling, Human League, tous ces groupes des années 80 justement ont disparu comme Human League. You're still here and still at the top of your career, and you seem to be the only one of the 80s who's still the same at the same level, some high level. So it means that you have the recipe of success, or a recipe of something that you are going to tell to your French public.
Yeah, because we're always unfashionable. I think that's it. And also because I think that some of the songs are good. That sort of helps, you know.
It's like the name of a song?
Well, if we had like all the attitude that I want the group to have in the world, and we didn't have good songs, it wouldn't matter, because no one would want to listen to The Cure. So you have to have that. And I think that the problem with a lot of people, a lot of groups, and a lot of musicians, a lot of artists, even outside of music, is they find something they're comfortable with and they stay there. And we haven't. I mean, we're still, like, The Cure's not really a dangerous group, I don't think. We're just like a slightly strange pop group. There's nothing too dangerous about anything. It's like...
You mean risky?
Yeah,
band?
I mean, we're very conventional. We always use like drums, bass, guitars, you know. But within that context, I try and like make the group do something slightly different. But it's pretty, you know.
That was your strength? Maybe, in a way, no?
Well, we started off as a pop group, and I still think we are. We've got like an edge to us. It's just a bit weird, you know.
The lineup of Cure has changed many times. Roger O'Donnell comes again, Sam Gallup left and came. So is it very difficult to work with Robert Smith, in a way?
No, if it was, they wouldn't come back with them. No, I like the idea of there being changes in the lineup. It does help me, because I get fed up, I suppose, with people. The thing about being in The Cure is it's quite draining, emotionally draining, because I demand a lot from everyone around me. I don't let anyone, like, if I'm going to be like, everyone else has to be. And sometimes people aren't prepared to do that all the time, and so they leave, but then they come back, and it's like... But I mean, everyone apart from Lowell I'm friends with that's ever been in The Cure, I still talk to and still write to and still speak to on the phone. So it's like a very big, strange family, The Cure, you know. I think at some point everyone will come back into The Cure.
For years, you've toured, you've produced, have you tried experiment, something? No?
I had a year and a half of just being normal.
being a human, normal human being.
Yeah, I went home and I lived, and I established ties with my family and like friends that I'd lost touch with, because I've been doing things with The Cure for like 7.5 years up until 1992 without a single break. And it's, I mean, through choice, I really enjoyed it, but I suddenly realised that I had done nothing else, you know, which is a bit worrying. And also I had a court case, which took up 6 months of my life. But I just walked away from the group and just, I didn't think I'd come back, actually. In 1993, I thought that was it. And I was quite happy, but...
Are you going to make an album soon after this one, close to this one?
Well, the others want to make one in 2 weeks between the American tour and the European tour.
Much. Merci beaucoup, c'est vraiment, c'est génial, pas d'autres mots, c'est vraiment super. Merci beaucoup, le mag c'est terminé, thank you very much, goodbye, hope to see you soon in French, playing live. Okay, ciao, ciao.